A big celebration is coming up this Sunday at Masich Place Stadium in Prince George with some very special guests, courtesy of the Gateway Church. And we're so lucky to talk to one of those special guests today, Mr. Greg Hendricks. Thank you so much for joining us, Greg, for Faith on the Field coming up this weekend. How excited are you to come to Prince George, British Columbia?
Super excited, man. I've been there a few times, so to always come back and be involved in that amazing community and see all the amazing people that I've got a chance to interact with before, that's always exciting to come back to the region, especially on these terms of Faith on the Field. It's going to be an exciting day.
Yeah, of course, Father's Day, of course. It's hard to kind of ignore the fact that this is a celebration not only, of course, for the Gateway Church, but also for all the dads out there celebrating at a place where I assume many dads love to celebrate, the sports field. For you, how is that going to tie into your messaging and your kind of, I guess, your speaking when it comes to the event on Sunday?
Oh, wow. I think it's just going to tie into the messaging a big time, because I'm myself and Larry Foote, who's going to be coming out and being involved in the event. Obviously we're fathers as well. And so, we have children as well and families and wives. And so I think the biggest thing is that we're going to be gathering around community with one another and allowing the whole community to come out and be a part of this incredible event. And then also, too, as a father, I think the heart of a father and the deepest part of a heart of a father is to want to have the best for their family and to allow their family to be together, be laughing, joking, doing all the amazing things that families like to do when they're together. And so I think the heart of the event and the heart of the father for the event will be for community and for people to come on out. Whether they're faith-based or not faith-based, but to come out and enjoy some amazing food, some amazing fellowship, the opportunity to gather with one another and hear a great message of hope. Everybody wants hope in this season of their life and any season of their life. Anybody wants hope. And so that's essentially what we're bringing to the table: community and fellowship and hope for the amazing, beautiful community of Prince George.
No, that is going to be great. I want to dive into a little bit about you, Greg, for those who aren't familiar. Of course, you're a current NFL chaplain. You got a long history with professional sports as well. How would you describe yourself, a little bit about yourself for our viewers who don't know you?
Oh, yeah, man. I played professional basketball overseas for about 9 years. Got a chance to coach in the NBA with the Seattle Supersonics, for those who may know that name, a long time ago before they came the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I was a volunteer assistant coach there at that time. And then late 2009, my last year playing professional basketball, God really drew me in, and, I gave my life fully to God at that point, and faith kind of came into the picture, and I didn't quite know what that meant. I didn't grow up in the church and didn't have no background with the church, but now here I am, fast forward, I wanted to be a professional basketball coach, and now I'm probably would equate myself as a coach for life, like I'm more of a life coach, faith coach, people that don't know God. I help them grow closer to God in that regard. But it's been great, man. My background was that, essentially single mother, very small family, born and raised in San Diego, California, and didn't have really any aspiration other than to be, a professional basketball coach. And now here we are, mentoring a ton of amazing young people, a ton of influential people here, not only in America, but around the world, and getting a chance to speak into amazing communities like Prince George, with Faith on the Field and things of that nature. So it's just been a really amazing ride thus far. And, it's continually evolving itself right before my very eyes.
You talked about hope, Greg, as one of your main messages, but what message are you most passionate about that you're going to be sharing on Sunday?
I think the message that I'm most passionate about is just having hope in God, what that looks like. And, a lot of people's idea of who God is, and, they think faith, they'll think religion. And there really is two different things. But just really sharing the message of hope. I think a lot of people nowadays, especially around the world, no matter what country you're in, they really want to have, hey, what's the purpose for my life? Hey, is there hope for my life? Because we all go through tough things. We all go through amazing things. We all go through waiting things. But in the midst of all those seasons in your life, that you do have hope in God. And then most importantly, God has hope in you, because that's the essential message, is that he's given his son for us. And just what does that look like in sports and faith? And, we have successful people that are coming. I've had a lot of success in my life. Thankfully, Larry Foote has had a lot of success. You're looking at a 3-time Super Bowl champ, 2 rings as a player, 1 ring as a coach, having tremendous success in his life on the field as well as off the field. But what's the what's driving that. And so that's essentially the message we're going to be sharing, is a message of hope and essentially what has got us through hard things, amazing things, and what's continually driving us to be great, amazing fathers as we celebrate in Prince George on Amazing Father's Day.
Yes, of course. And Larry Foote, I want to touch on him as well. I'm a big Steelers fan, so it's very cool for me to have a guy like that here in Prince George. And not every day we get that.
Right. Absolutely, yeah.
What is it like to share the field with him and be able to share some messages?
Oh man, we've been together doing ministry together for quite a while. There's a small circle of us that we all have mutual friends, but me and him go back, a few years, and our families are close. I've spent some time with his family in Tampa, where he's, full time, and he comes out to San Diego where I'm full time, and we do a lot of things like this. And when I brought up this particular opportunity to come to this amazing town, amazing city in Prince George, he was like, yes, absolutely, all over. And truth be told, it's a bit of sacrifice on our end because we're missing Father's Day with our families over here, to invest into the communities and families in Prince George over there. And I can't tell you, we're just so super excited to do it. We had the thumbs up from our wives and our kids, and like, yeah, go ahead and do it. And so, that was a big blessing. But to be able to do stuff with him and to share, the gospel message of God and of Christ, it's just been really cool. And not only to do that, but to do that through the vehicle of sports, has just been really powerful. And I'm very grateful for our friendship. And I'm excited to see what happens in this amazing community in Prince George at Faith on the Field.
One thing, of course, is, there'll be a group of people who are, of course, part of the Gateway Church group, the fellowship there, but there'll also be a group of people interested from the sports community or from the general public who are going to be here too. What would you say to people who maybe don't live such a faith-based life and don't go to church regularly, but are interested in coming to see this? Why should they come?
I would say just come on out, enjoy some great food, enjoy some laughs, enjoy some amazing stories, that you're going to hear from myself and from Larry Foote, and really just come on out and be involved in the community. I mean, everybody wants to be, involved in some type of community or be a part of some group, whether you're not in church and, you go to the gym and you're a part of a gym community and you work out, or maybe you're at your workspace and you're a part of your work community. We're designed to be a part of community. And I think what Faith on the Field is going to offer is essentially that, is just a day in the amazing community of Prince George, where you're going to hear a message of hope. You're going to have some amazing food. There's going to be activities for the kids. Why not get out of the house and enjoy a beautiful city, enjoy a beautiful time, and enjoy other people that are around you in that community that you may not interact with. I would encourage people like that to just come on out and be involved in and see, and see what, you have in store for that day, because you never know, what could be, around the corner for you when you come out and you get around other people, especially in your own community.
Yeah, I'm going to ask the next one here from my own curiosity here, Greg.
Sure.
Linking sports and faith. Now, obviously, people watching the NFL or the NBA or the NHL will know faith and sports have a really strong relationship, and I think it comes across especially in the NFL. But why do you think that is, and why do you think it's such an important part of how players succeed? It seems like whether it's the likes of Patrick Mahomes or you go on and down the list, many of these big names have such a strong relationship there.
Yeah, I think they are. I think society and humanity in general is really looking for what is hope and what does faith really look like? What does having a relationship with God really look like? And you have these superstars, people that are faces of the league, the Patrick Mahomes, the Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens, and I can go down the list just in the NFL. I really believe that there is a big surge of faith and revival in football in general, not just at the NFL level, but you got college football, you got high school football. And I just really believe it's like people are really latching to and clinging to what truth really looks like to them in this season. And, no one's pushing faith on these players. No one's pushing faith on these coaches. It's all them going on this journey to discover what that looks like for their lives, their families, their careers, being competitors on and off the field. What does that look like daily to know, to have truth in their life, to have faith in their life, and more importantly, to demonstrate that by the way they carry their life. It's one thing to read about it and talk about it. It's another thing to live it out, because you're not deep because you can quote something. You're deep because you can actually live it out. And so I think that's why you're seeing such a surge of relationship with God and following Jesus and who he says, and them being very open about that in this season, of who they serve and who they love and why they do it and the success. And because listen, truth be told, Caden, a lot of them have amazing success, but a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes stuff where they're struggling with things that are going on in their life. So when they see the breakthrough on both sides, not only the successful things, but the tough things that are behind the scenes, but then getting in a platform to talk about it, why wouldn't you want to share a message that has actually brought you breakthrough and liberty and hope for your life with the masses? And I think that's why you're seeing such a surge across sports in general, but primarily in the NFL.
Well, very well said, and thank you for that, Greg, and thank you for your time today as well. Looking forward to having you here on Prince George, of course, on Father's Day, folks. Sunday, June 21st at Masich Place Stadium, Faith on the Field. It's included with Greg Hendricks, Larry Foote, the likes of the football world. There's a barbecue, bouncy castles, flag football, and so much more. So there you go. Your invitation is officially out there, people. Information on our website. Go ahead, Greg, yeah?
Yeah, come on out. We'd love to see you, love to meet you, love to shake your hand, take a picture, laugh with you, joke with you, just enjoy the beautiful day with you. And, if anything, have some amazing food with you. I love amazing food. Prince George has amazing food, but I'm just really looking forward to being with the people out there and everybody that's going to show up. And I hope that you would invite someone, even if you don't have you don't have a relationship with God, or your faith is not where that does not a disqualifier. We want you to come out and just enjoy community with everybody else.
Thank you. And thank you for what you do as well. I think it is an awesome thing, you traveling around and giving people messages like we heard today. So thank you, and looking forward to seeing you here in Prince George.
All right. Look forward to seeing you guys as well.
Join Gateway Church for Faith on the Field this Father's Day at Masich Place Stadium, featuring special guests Greg Hendricks and Larry Foote, NFL coach and 3-time Super Bowl champion. Find full event details on the Gateway Church website.